Hey, thanks for tuning in to For the Love of Flight, and today we are showing you kind of what our journey is going to be through the coastal range of California and what the video is about, so you can kind of see our track log here from FlightAware. Got us most of the way through the hills, through the mountains, and into the Harris Ranch Airport, where there's a great little restaurant where you can have that $100 meal. And then from there flew up to Los Banos, and that's kind of where it lost our track log from Los Banos back to our home airport at Tracy. But hope you enjoy the video, and lots of great scenery. Wonderful being able to fly through the mountains and the hill area here of Northern California and just take in the scenery on a nice, smooth, and calm Saturday morning. So again, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in, enjoy the video. Key in the pocket, that's not where it's supposed to be. Clear!
Go ahead and see if we can get this puppy plugged in. Okay, and according to everything, we should have some audio. We'll go ahead and turn our Bose noise canceling headset on here, so I don't forget to do that again, and we'll check weather.
Visibility more than 10. Sky condition clear below 12,000. Temperature 15 Celsius. Dew point 7 Celsius. Altimeter 2,994 inches of mercury.
994. So it is a Saturday morning. It is roughly 7:05 as the sun is coming up. We'll go ahead and get the Stratus turned on here. Get the iPad opened up. Get ForeFlight popped up there. So being we got a calm morning, we are going to go a little bit west and fly around the hills up there this morning as the sun is coming up. Hope everybody is doing well. As temperatures are cooling down here in the Central Valley of California, and we're getting into late summer, early fall weather, which is kind of nice. So got down to probably 58 degrees last night. I think yesterday's high was 92, and I think it's supposed to do that again today. So anyway, we're going out that direction. Just kind of a semi-remote area. Just southwest of Tracy. And we'll just kind of let things kind of warm up here. We've got great pressure, everything's looking good for the oil. Maybe let the oil warm up just a little bit too. It's pretty goopy. I think they put 100-weight in this guy. Tracy traffic, Cessna 1191 Mike is taking active 30, going to be doing a left downwind departure, Tracy traffic. Get our Bluetooth going here. There we go. Tracy traffic, Cessna 1191 Mike's on the roll for left downwind departure, Tracy. And here we go. Slowly advance the throttle. Airspeed is coming alive. And there we are at 60. And we are up. Tracy traffic, Cessna 1191 Mike is going into a left crosswind off of 30 Tracy. Tracy traffic, Cessna 1191 Mike's going into the downwind off of 30, departing the area to the southwest. Tracy. So it is a wonderful morning. Get this thing to track up. Just slow her down a little bit to 2,500 RPM. Doing 103 knots across the ground. Says we got a flight plan active, but we're going to clear that. And we'll just go up and check out the scenery. Enjoy the morning. Hopefully not too windy up in the hills yet this morning. A little bit of wind there. Little couple of bumps. Kind of see there's a little bit of wind on the canal down there. Open up the cabin air just for some fresh air. The one thing you do have to watch out when you're up in the hills like this is not getting down into canyons where, you know, they may be running some power lines like we just crossed over. Rain your day real quick and turn those things into a cheese shredder or an airplane shredder in that case. And watch for towers and things like that as well. But it is a beautiful morning. These hills are part of, I guess, the coastal range. I'll have to do some research on that, but they're not too high. You go a little bit further south, and one of the Mount Hamilton with an observatory on it gets up, I think, around 4,500 feet or so. Just ranch land. I believe most of this is privately owned. Temperatures all look good. Oil pressure is high, where it needs to be. We're up at about 1,800 feet. Kind of just kissing over the top of the mountains. Enjoying the views. Get a little bit of air in here. So there is some antennas, and I think there is a ranger station up top up there. But a lot of communications towers and things are up there. There's some windy dirt roads back in here on the people's property along the base of the valley, fire roads and things like that. Little bit of wind up in here this morning. Not surprising. Do a little bit of a climb up here, get over the ridge. Lots of nice places to build a house though, this flat area out here. Few little bumps coming. All in all, just a beautiful morning. Not a whole lot to narrate. I'm gonna drop this down now and get it over here. .99 knots ground speed and 2,500 feet. Little bit smoky, hazy then probably from yesterday's heat. There are still some fires in Northern California that are keeping the air the way it is. up a little bit of a tailwind there. Telling us our stratus is marginal, probably for ADS-B. Lots of little, looks like mobile homes up here or something too.
This is the part of flying that brings me probably the greatest therapy, in that getting out like this on a Saturday morning and just being able to enjoy the landscape and the hills and everything. It is absolutely amazing. So I'm hoping you're enjoying the footage here. This is why I named the channel For the Love of Flight, because it just does not get any better than this.
So we can go this direction. Always watching for power poles, lines, antennas, and things like that. And back with the sun in our face again. But thanks for coming along this morning on a Saturday. Hope you're enjoying the video. Hope that once we get into editing, hopefully it's not as smoky on the video as it is kind of here in real life, hazy. So another 15 miles or so will be all the way down to San Luis Reservoir, which is Los Banos area.
Over traffic, Cessna 33, left downwind, 19er, west over.
So that's a radio call all the way from up in the foothills, going up into the Sierras at Jackson Westover. Yeah, I wish there wasn't so much smoke or haze in the air. This would be really pretty. In the wintertime, when the rains come and turns all this more green than it is, at least all the grasses, underlying grasses underneath are green. That really looks nice. Summertime, it just all kind of dies up. California is somewhat of a desert state for probably 2/3 of it anyway. Central Valley, kind of for sure. And then Southern California is a dead ringer. Because unless we sent them the water, they wouldn't have any. So we just kind of scan the mountaintops for power poles, things like that, just to make sure that there's not anything coming across these valleys. We're about 15 miles now from San Luis Reservoir. We may just fly over that just to let you see what it looks like. It's down quite a bit just because it's late summer and it was full when we got all the rains this year. But it's amazing within, I mean, I've got 20 minutes on the timer now from firing this puppy up, and it's just amazing in flying of what you can do and where you can be in 20 or 30 minutes or an hour, and just what you can take in. I mean, nobody in a car ever gets to see this, and that's why it's so, for me, it's important, you know, just to enjoy flying and be able to get out and see this and enjoy the countryside. Wherever you're at, whatever state you're in, and just take it in, because being a private pilot, or going with someone that is a private pilot, you just get to see things that most people will, and in fact some people will never see in their lifetime. And I like to bring people along, and when they're available, and I don't get up at the crack of dawn to do this, but you know, and just be able to share that, you know, the flying experience with them, and kind of what it's all about, because this is what it's all about. We're going to go ahead and go that way, so we're probably going to climb up a little bit here. Probably we're going to. Like, I like to fly through canyons and stuff as much as the next guy, but I'm not an idiot. And we're only at 1600 feet AGL, so, or no, not AGL, above sea level, ASL. ASEL. 111 knots, so we picked up a little bit of a tailwind. And we'll slow her back down. Just passed over a road grader. Little bit of wind. Bumps here and there. But it's expected where I'm flying. As we get a bit further south towards the San Luis Reservoir and that whole Pacheco Pass area, that's kind of being known for being windy because they've got, you know, the power windmills out there as well that generate electricity. So we're going to go ahead off this direction, climb up. being interrogated by any radar because they're probably not even seeing us out here. One of the things I did pick up, just for safety's sake, I picked up a beacon locator. We do have the ELT in the plane, but should something ever happen, then I've got the ability to activate that. Probably need to get that out of the flight bag though, and up here in the cabin. And here we are, probably coming up on San Luis. There is some of the mountains kind of down towards the south that we're heading now is Pinnacle National Monument, which is outside of Hollister. But we're about 6 nautical miles or so from the edge of the reservoir. So Hollister is out there, Reservoir's there, and Los Banos is out there. Pull her back to about 24. Lock her down. I don't know, I like to keep my hand on the throttle, especially up here doing this. If we were in cruise flight, I'd just lock it down. That's just the way I was taught. But I had some good instructors out of the Tracy Airport. Bobby was one of them, and then Lloyd, which owned the Tracy Flight Center. Very good instructor, very seasoned pilot. Blue twins, flew turbines, I mean, just helped me through some issues that I had with, as I think I mentioned before in some of the videos, with doing this, you know, and flying in the bumps. Getting used to it. Got 43 minutes on the GoPro from what I can see out here on this side. 44 minutes on that one. But we started those early when we pulled the plane out. I think Hollister looks like it's socked in. Let's go over and take a peek. Looks like we got a cloud layer in there. Let's see. Hollister is 120.4. No, I lied. 425.
Sure Airport. Automated weather observation 143. 8 Zulu.
Getting a little interrogation.
Visibility less than 1/4. Fog. Sky condition.
Oh, it's socked in, man.
100.
Quarter mile.
1 Celsius. Dew point 1 Celsius. Altimeter 3000. Inches of mercury.
Wow. They're socked in pretty good. We'll go over and take a look at that. Started to get a little bit of interrogation on the transponder. Stratus now has come up good, so we must be getting some ADS-B. Beep. So we're about 75 degrees up here at 2,200 feet in the morning. Oh yeah, you can see the cloud layer out there. That's a bummer. reservoir down here. I don't think that's part of the San Luis, but... And then there is 152, which I have driven a bazillion times for meetings with clients and heading over to Monterey. And Casa de Fruit is out here. We did a event, mud run one year. We provided audio for it out here at Casa de Fruta, which looks like it may be covered by fog and low clouds. Temperatures all still look good. Gotta tell on the gauge here though of which two are the front two cylinders and the back two, because the back two are running a little bit hotter than the front two. So there's the cloud layer, and that extends probably all the way, yeah, it's all the way out to the coast and probably all the way up into San Jose. Let's take a listen to San Jose's ASOS 126, 95. Kind of sketchy. It's pretty. There, it's starting to come in. So Hollister is out here, and Morgan Hill, Gilroy up in that area. On their CTAF for Hollister. Okay, so monitoring departures. IFR departures. So around that next mountain range over there is Salinas, and I'm sure this extends down into Salinas as well. But on the other side of Hollister down here, it looks like the layer has finally stopped, probably warm enough up against the hills that it just can't push it anymore. Like I said, beautiful morning, 7:44. Been up in the air 33 minutes and we're down all the way down to Hollister now.
Right center line wide, south of service. Multiple trains, airport vicinity. Check NOTAM for more information. Bird activity vicinity airport. VHF information, Juliet. 1353 Juliet. Wind calm. Visibility 7. Wind 7. Good over.
Yep, overcast. I think it said 700, so that's about right for the marine layer. But it is pretty. Especially coming back this way with the sun on it. Let's do that. Get our visor down so we can see. But you see the marine layer and then a little bit of haze out there. And a lot of this is just farmland out here. Cool morning, it has dropped down now, getting out of the hills. We are at about under 60 degrees. Cooled down quite a bit. A little bit of interrogation going on the transponder. Our Stratus ESG, so we are 2020 compliant. That is something that when I purchased the plane it came with, and I'm glad it did. Glad the gentleman that owned this before had the forethought to do that. Great little plane. Thank you, sir.
4 passengers, going to be doing a quick turn, no services. Do you know if the passengers are there yet? Okay, thanks.
VOR